Hi, it's Alex from StadlerCon in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and it's almost, or it already is, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, it seems to me, causes a lot more trouble than it's worth, but here it is, there's nothing to be done about it, and on the bright side, the production values for Valentine's Day are really great. There's candy, things are sparkling, pink, red, it's ridiculous, it's fun. Cupid's pooty, right, flapping about, we love them, pooty pooty. So, what I think you should do is reframe the whole idea of who is your Valentine. I think your Valentine this year is the person you call when you get up in the morning and you're having your coffee. That's your Valentine. The person you meet for drinks after work and schmooze to, that's your Valentine. The person who brought you ginger ale when you had the flu, that's your Valentine. Okay? And this year, we're going to invite our Valentine over for Coeur à la Creme. Or, as they say in Omaha, Coeur à la Creme. I prefer to say Coeur à la Creme, which translates loosely to heart of cream. But it's not as good. It doesn't really say how luscious this dessert is. I adore Coeur à la Creme. A, because it is delicious. B, because it's easy. It takes very little time. And 3, because it's special. It is white, it is red, it's gloriously beautiful, it's in the shape of a heart, it allows you to use a fancy bit of batterie de cuisine that you don't really need except for once a year, and it costs $5. And it makes a big splash on the table. So, Valentine's Coeur à la Creme. The other thing about this dessert that you will see later is that it is very emblematic of the two sides of love. The purity and whiteness of love and the splashy, red, juicy messiness of passion unified together on one plate. We will begin by loosening up our raspberries and causing them to give up their juice. Take a little sugar and some fresh raspberries. These were purchased at Sue's on 18th Street in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the best produce store in all of Philadelphia. Sprinkle 2 tablespoons of sugar on your raspberries. And then jostle them. Jostle, jostle, jostle. So leave that alone. And in this sort of beautiful, mysterious way, the sugar and the raspberries are going to react together, and the raspberries are going to give up their juice and become saucy. And what we're going to prepare is called a coulis. A coulis, C-O-U-L-I-S, is a raw sauce made with fruit or vegetable. Something very nice on pasta is a coulis de tomate. We could do that in the spring or summer when the tomatoes get really good. So, put that there, leave it alone. Then, take a bowl. Into your bowl, place 8 ounces of sour cream. If you really are a fan of gorgeous, luscious butterfat, like some are, I don't know anybody like that, but if you were that way, you could use crème fraîche. It would also allow you to say crème fraîche. Then 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese. Do not use another brand. Philadelphia cream cheese, okay? The sour cream, any decent sour cream. Then 4 to 6 tablespoons of sugar, depending on how sweet. I'm going to go with about 4. Probably a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm winging it. Blah. And juice of a lemon. Tea, 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 la la la, juicy juice, juice, juice. A little tiny bit of salt. You know how I feel about that. That salt wakes everything up. Sugar, sour cream, or crème fraiche, Philadelphia cream cheese, lemon juice, vanilla, and then you need a whisk. Take your whisk and shmoo it about. Oh, I'm splashing on myself. But you're going to shmoo that around. And the other thing is that it would be best to take your cream cheese out that morning. The morning of the day that you're going to make the Coeur à la crème, because you want it to be soft. Otherwise, it'll be hard to shmoo it. This will take a couple of minutes. Be patient. It'll gradually amalgamate into a shmooey, gooey mess. Dun 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 dum dum bum bum. So, the quote from Shakespeare that I always think of when I make Coeur à la crème is a reference to the juice of this little flower that they use to drive everybody crazy and make them fall passionately in love with a donkey or the wrong person. Oberon says he's referring to this little flower, and Cupid shot his arrow, and the arrow stuck in the little flower, and that's what transformed it. And Oberon says that the flower was before milk white, now purple with love's wound. This dessert is all about that. I'm whisking with a balloon whisk, but you could use any kind of whisk. Do this until it's smooth. Then, good. Smooth, creamy, luscious. Take one Coeur à la crème mold. I bought mine at Fante's on 9th Street. You could also get one at Kitchen Capers on 17th. Cheesecloth. You need a lot of little extra things for this recipe. You need the Coeur à la crème mold, you need cheesecloth. However, if you don't have a Coeur à la crème mold, you could also just use a strainer, and I will show you how to do that. Take your cheesecloth, soak it in water, squeeze that out. Open up your cheesecloth again. Cheesecloth is very fun to work with, and place it in your mold. You'll see that this mold has little holes at the bottom, and what we're doing is very akin to making yogurt cheese. We're going to allow some of the liquid to drain out through the middle, and it's going to change the texture of our dessert. Once you have lined your Coeur à la crème mold, or your sieve, you're going to fill it with the gunji goo. Do. Doesn't have to be beautiful. Don't overfill. Smooth it out. And then cover it with a little bit of saran just on the top. Don't cover the bottom because you need those little holes to be able to drain out. Take it and place it in a little bowl where it's a little bit raised up and leave it in the refrigerator overnight. Guess what? I have one pre-made. Your Coeur à la crème has been draining in a bowl. They say you can do 4 hours. I like overnight. I just like to think about it the day before. But it has drained. You'll see there'll be more or less liquid at the bottom of the bowl. Now you're going to remove it from the bowl. It's sitting here in its little cheesecloth nest. We are going to invert it onto the plate. And then, like a little patient, who's just been out of plastic surgery, you remove the cheesecloth. Oh, you look beautiful, madam. Very refreshed. I don't know if you can see the heart. No. You will in a minute, because now we're going to make our sauce. Our raspberries have given up their juice. Look at them. If that doesn't look like passion, nothing does, though. Now, we're going to take our strainer, and I'm going to give these raspberries a little something extra by just a tiny grating of lemon peel. A little whisper of it. There's something about lemon peel and raspberries. Do this when you make jam. Do this when you make pie. A lemon peel and a raspberry marry in the most sunshiny way. Then a bit of juice. And pass it through the sieve. So fill up your sieve with about half. And then we're just going to press it through. And press it for a while. And what you're going to see is this beautiful raspberry saucy syrup. And the flavor, because we haven't cooked it, is going to be bright, bright, bright. You probably know sometimes with raspberry jam, that taste, that summer taste of a raspberry gets lost in the cooking. But with a coulis, there is no cooking. And so there's no barrier between you and that open lusciousness of the berry. You'll see that a lot of seeds and gungy gunk remain in your sieve. You could spread that on a cracker or something later. Move that. And then, just before you serve it to your lovely Valentine, you're going to think, oh, the snow white purity of love and the messy, splashy purity, I'm sorry, not purity, mess of passion. Look, it's dripping over the plate, as it should, because it's Valentine's Day. And everything is a little bit over the top. I have to eat it. I wish you a very happy Valentine's Day. I wish you at least 1 or 2 pieces of candy. You could also, I'll show you in a second. In just 1 second, I'll show you how to make a Valentine in 20 seconds. But first, I'm going to eat some of this luscious Creme. And my friend Kevin asked for a Julia Child moment, so I went, that was lovely. This is Coeur à la crème, a French dessert, a fromage blanc with a coulis de fromage. It's simple and delicious. Happy Valentine's Day. So, as an added bonus, because it's Valentine's, we have a craft segment. You need an instant Valentine. You want to put something in the mail, you love somebody. You haven't been to the store. Don't go to the store. Rip up a magazine. Find something red. Here's a picture of jam. Cut it into a rectangle. Fold it in half. Cut out that nice half a heart shape. Right? I love you. I love you. Just write I love you on the picture of the jam, cut into the shape of a heart, stick it in an envelope, and send it to somebody. Happy Valentine's Day. You're done. Anything red in any magazine. Not something gross. But, you know, red things. They look great. Happy Valentine's Day. This was our craft segment. This is maybe new. We might do more of this in the future. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye.